Sofia and Daiana. Welcome to our podcast about study strategies for advanced English users.
Hi, are you an advanced English user looking to take your language skills to the next level? Do you want to enhance your fluency, expand your vocabulary, and improve your overall comprehension? If so, you have come to the right place. In this podcast, we will delve into various study techniques specifically designed for advanced English learners. Whether you are preparing for an important exam, aiming to excel your academic pursuits, or simply seeking to communicate more effectively in professional settings, this podcast is tailored to meet your needs.
First, do you know that there are different learning styles that influence the way you acquire, process, and retain information? These styles are characterized by distinct preferences for receiving and understanding new knowledge. Understanding the different learning styles can help you tailor your learning method to better accommodate the diverse needs of different situations you might face. We will explore the most commonly recognized learning styles, including visual, auditory, kinesthetic, read-write, and multimodal.
Number 1. Visual learning style. Visual learners prefer to process information through visual aids such as images, diagrams, charts, graphs, and videos. They have a strong ability to visualize concepts and ideas in their minds. These learners benefit from seeing information presented in a clear and organized manner. Visual learners often excel in subjects like art, design, and geography.
Number 2. Auditory learning style. Auditory learners learn best through listening and verbal communication. They prefer spoken explanations, discussions, lectures, and audio recordings. These individuals have a keen sense of hearing and can easily remember information presented in an auditory format. Auditory learners often excel in subjects like language arts, music, and public speaking.
Number 3. Kinesthetic learning style. Kinesthetic learners learn best through physical activities and hands-on experiences. They have a strong need for movement and tactile stimulation to fully understand and retain information. These learners benefit from engaging in activities such as experiments, role-playing, sports, or building models. Kinesthetic learners often excel in subjects like physical education, biology, and performing arts.
Number 4. Read-write learning style. Read-write learners prefer to process information through reading and writing activities. They have a strong inclination towards written words and enjoy reading books, articles, and written instructions. These learners benefit from taking notes, making lists, writing summaries, or essays to reinforce their understanding of the material. Read-write learners often excel in subjects like literature, history, and journalism.
Number 5. Multimodal learning style. Multimodal learners do not have a single dominant learning style, but instead have a preference for multiple learning modalities. They can adapt and utilize different learning strategies depending on the situation or subject matter. These learners benefit from a combination of visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and read-write approaches. Multimodal learners often excel in subjects that require flexibility and adaptability.
It is important to note that while these learning styles provide a framework for understanding individual preferences, research suggests that the concept of distinct learning style may be oversimplified. Some studies indicate that individuals may benefit from a combination of different learning styles, rather than relying solely on one specific style. Additionally, other factors such as motivation, environment, and prior knowledge also play significant roles in the learning process.
Subsequently, once you find your learning styles, you will be able to think of different study techniques or the one you find most useful. First of all, when you have to get ready for a test, you need to create the conditions in your body and external environment to successfully learn and retain information. Some basic tips are getting adequate sleep, since it is crucial for memory consolidation and cognitive functioning. Another one is staying hydrated and maintaining a balanced diet that includes nutritious meals so that it can provide the brain with the necessary fuel for optimal performance.
Besides, engaging in regular physical activity has been shown to enhance brain function and improve memory and attention span. Last but not least, switching up your study environment helps us to eliminate distractions, for instance by silencing your phone and annoying background noises such as the TV or radio. There are several effective study techniques that can aid advanced English learners in their journey. One technique is active reading learning, where learners engage with the text by highlighting key points, taking notes, and summarizing the content in their own words. This helps improve comprehension and retention.
Absolutely, Sophie. Another crucial aspect is time management. It's essential to allocate specific blocks of time for studying and stick to them consistently. Studies have demonstrated that breaking down your study sessions into shorter intervals with regular breaks can improve retention and prevent burnout.
That's right, Ai. Now, let's move on to some specific study techniques that students can employ to optimize their learning experience. The first technique we'll discuss is called the Pomodoro technique. This method involves breaking your study time into 25-minute intervals, known as pomodoros, followed by a short break of 5 minutes. After completing 4 pomodoros, take a longer break of around 15 or 30 minutes. This technique helps maintain focus and prevent mental fatigue. Another technique that has gained popularity is the Feynman technique, named after the renowned physicist Richard Feynman. This method involves explaining a concept in simple terms as if you were teaching it to someone else. By doing so, you identify gaps in your understanding and reinforce your knowledge.
That's a great technique, Sophie. Additionally, using visual aids such as mind maps, diagrams, and flowcharts can be highly effective for organizing and connecting information. Studies have shown that visual representations help improve memory recall and comprehension.
Indeed, Dai, another technique worth mentioning is the Cornell note-taking system. This method involves dividing your note into 3 sections: a narrow left column for cues or questions, a wider right column for main ideas and details, and a summary section at the bottom. This systematic approach helps with active listening and reviewing notes later on.
Fantastic suggestions! It is crucial to recognize that everyone learns differently, and therefore it is essential to experiment with various techniques to find what works best for each individual. The suggestions provided in the previous response offer fantastic starting points for exploring different learning methods. However, it is important to note that these suggestions are not exhaustive, and there may be other effective techniques that suit an individual's learning style.
In conclusion, finding effective learning techniques requires experimentation and self-awareness. By exploring different methods and tailoring them to individual preferences, learners can maximize their understanding and retention of information. Additionally, prioritizing overall well-being by getting enough sleep, eating nutritious meals, and engaging in physical activity can further support the learning process. Well, that wraps up today's episode on study techniques for English students. We hope you found these strategies helpful and are excited to implement them in your own study routine.
Thanks for listening.